Well, the first thing that happens once a candidate has been accepted into the order, um, they spend at least a year, mostly 2 years, as postulants, which is a time of looking at the order, and the order looks at the candidate. They take some classes then, usually at the college level, some maybe even beginning theology if they finished college. And then after that year, or two, if they're accepted, they go on to the novitiate, which is a spiritual year, not heavily academic at all. No grades are given, but it's really learning about community and fraternity and our way of life. And that's a very special year. And I was fortunate to be in formation, I guess, pretty close to half of my years as a priest. I did some flip-flopping, formation, parish, and so I got both sides in my experience now, and it was very good. After the novitiate year, temporary vows are taken for 3 years, and then the person goes on to solemn vows, final vows, continuing his studies as a brother or as a priest, candidate, and then finally ordination. Well, one of the things we want to do, of course, is to learn about St. Francis in more depth, in his rule of life, and in the experience of living that in the 21st century. You know, we can't go back to the 13th century and live as people did then. You know, people need to take showers more often than they did back then, for one thing, and so forth. But at any rate, that experience is a very rich and wealthy experience, I believe, because we have plenty of time to pray, plenty of time to interact in community, to help cook the meals, to do work projects, to reflect upon what this life is all about and whether a person is truly called and suited for it. There's also spiritual direction that's given rather intensely that year, and helps them in the discernment process to see if this is what they really want. As conventual Franciscans, we make a big point of community or fraternity, and we need to be present to one another. Many decisions are made by the voice of the whole community and not just the person who is in charge, the guardian of the house. And so they get a first-hand glance during that novitiate year of what the future life is going to be about once you have professed your vows and are living in another friary, whether it's another formation friary to continue your education, or whether it's in a retreat friary or a parish friary or a mission friary, whatever it might be.